Okay, game number
6, dude.
6. I was about to say 5. I was about to say 5.
We gotta stop counting because we're gonna lose track for sure.
Why, dude? If as long as you keep counting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so starting from the top left is me with my Nezahal Primal Tide deck.
With Niv-Mizzet piloting it I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Surprise, it's Niv-Mizzet. And then right from me is Brad with Lazav.
The multifarious.
So yeah, the newer one. And then across from him he's back, man. It's Circu Dimir Lobotomist. So I think this was the same night.
I think it was the same night as the one that we did previously, but get your fill of Circu because that deck's been taken apart.
Okay, and then what are you behind?
So I'm operating a Vaevictis tokens build here.
Okay, so let's boot this thing up. Let's get her going.
Let's kick this pig, dude.
Hey man, your soul ring's causing a glare.
It's pretty prominent.
It's a pretty prominent glare. It's almost like it's frozen in time.
I played that so I could get 2 extra mana.
Okay, so here's me ditching the Teleria West. I like this card when you have any like kind of tech lands. You just transmute it into a 0-costed card.
Yeah.
But with Lazav being here, you know I'm gonna get that Tormod's
That Tormod's Crypt is a nice gun to the head right at the beginning of the game.
You know I'm gonna get that Tormod's Crypt. Praetor's Grasp.
AP comes in with that. Got to get a look at Andy's deck.
What is he gonna get?
I start playing through while he makes his decision, but ooh, what's under there, Andy?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's he got now?
I don't know what he's got.
So Brad just plays in with Lazav.
Yeah.
I like how early Lazav is, dude.
Yeah.
Let's get to work.
It looks like it's my Dynamo he took. Dude, how dare you?
How do you feel about that?
I think I'm gonna write him a text message right now.
He also comes in with Key to the City.
You remember that time you took my Trent Dynamo? That was fucking stupid of you to do that.
I'm getting after it early there. Helm of the Host play.
Okay.
Let's do this, dude. I don't think I was concerned because you guys are all blue and black, so no worries.
Okay, so is Brad attacking with him just as is? Oh no, looks like he's shifting him into the cut purse.
Yeah, so he shifts it into the cut purse, just gets through. I mean, obviously, I don't have anything there.
There's me karate chopping you to tell you to quit touching your cards.
You're like, Kyle, you've got to discard. Hiya! So AP realizes, oh shit, need to sequence this.
Oh right, yeah, because he wants to get
let me
that
cast
sequence from
Circu, then
cool.
do the Jace's Archivist and get the trigger. And it looks like he hits Brad with the Exile. Oh, can't cast swamps, dude.
He can't cast swamps. And then drops a Blood Chief Ascension. So yeah, his deck is definitely looking for a combo. He's got like the Lantern kind of thing set up where he wants to set that off eventually.
Yeah, and with as much as he's able to put stuff into the yard, that Blood Chief Ascension could definitely hurt us.
Okay, here we go with your Wasi Tora Nekuru Queen. She's kind of like a little bit of a diet version of your commander.
Yeah, it's a junior commander for sure.
A junior commander, I like that.
Not a lieutenant, junior commander.
So I just drop a Coastal Breach. I'm having a separation anxiety from that Thran Dynamo.
You really weren't happy to see that Thran Dynamo on the other side of the board.
Yeah, I will do whatever it takes.
Brad ready to get back to work.
Yeah, so he's gonna develop Lazav.
I think he realizes it wasn't a second time casting because it was in his hand.
Yeah.
Resets the mana correctly. What are you surveilling, Brad?
Yeah, what are you surveilling, pal? I guess he just left it back. And then brings out his old mana rock. So yeah, I just kind of just reset people a little bit.
Tormod's Crypt number 2.
Ooh, well,
looks like Lazav can get bent, dude.
Yeah, I remember him being a little anxious about those two out there. And I wasn't about to use mine until after he used his. This is gonna be another game where you just like just go crazy with this dragon? Are we just gonna see this again?
No, this time it's gonna be with my cat dragon, dude.
Okay. Just to show how flexible it can be. So thematic compass and yeah, let me put my Thran Dynamo out.
Oh, gotta put that Thran Dynamo to use. And you have enough. You've achieved.
Yeah, it instantly just goes on.
You achieved it already, so you get your Spires of Araska. Brad casts an end steps you here with an Entomb.
And do Invisible Stalker. And then cast a very flourished Fact or Fiction. That's pretty cool how he did that.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hands it over to you, and you give him
a land and then everything else.
Looks like Kefnet is in that pile. Gee, I wonder what the Lazav player's gonna do.
With my Tormod's Crypt, I'm like encouraging him to put it in the yard.
You're like, do it all, dude.
Like, here's a land,
that's
but then
actually
everything else.
pretty heady on your part to do that.
All right, then Circu returns.
So that kind of set your board wipe kind of set all that development back.
It's looking like he's gonna spin our hands.
Here comes that Jace's Archivist thing.
Yeah, couldn't even wait. Just did it on his turn. So I guess Brad responds with a mission briefing to deck two more in. Is he flashing anything back or?
I didn't catch that, but I think he just was like, well, I'm gonna lose it. I may as well cast it.
Oh, okay. So he didn't target anything. He just.
No, yeah, I don't think so.
Just wanted to mill himself a little bit more.
And I pop in a Grave Betrayal. Looks like I've got some plans, Andy.
Where are you going with that? Redneck dragon.
So I'm kind of seeing that Brad's got some things set up nicely for himself, even despite the Tormod's Crypts. I'm like, well, may as well make him sack his commander.
Man, he is, yeah. How do you get the cat token from her?
So if they can't sack a creature, then you get the token.
Okay. All right, here comes my pal. You know, like I've never before has a commander felt like just a buddy than this guy.
So much so like that you hook him up with some
like
boots,
a buddy
dude.
Of mine. All right, here I come.
Who you hitting, dude?
I'm coming at AP, dude. You know this deck. It just gets invasive.
You were annoyed by having to play with your hand revealed.
Oh yeah,
So Brad brings in Lazav again.
Yeah, good.
Say
good
one
CMC.
thing, he's getting those surveil triggers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, looks like I'm gonna come back later for that second hit.
Dude, how would you feel if you had a jellyfish for a bodyguard?
Jellyfish for a bodyguard?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I don't know, man. They're venomous, aren't they? A lot of them.
It looks like he goes and tutors to finish up that turn. I didn't see who he got his triggers on, but he got triggers.
Poison Tip Archer. Okay, looks like I'm not coming your way for a bit either.
I love this card. Reach, Death Touch, hit it with the Journey to Eternity.
Huh? Okay.
So if it dies, which it's gonna be a juicy target.
Wait,
for
do you have Grave
guys.
Betrayal out?
I do.
Oh.
So I head to AP, and he sacks the Archivist to the demand of Wasatora.
Yeah.
Coming to me, dude.
All right. Do you have a way to activate it? I don't think you have. All right. Here's the Storm Surge Kraken. Move the Greaves over.
Speaking of junior commanders, huh?
He's pretty big. And then I'm gonna put the Imperial Plate on. I think I'm just gonna put him on my commander. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you had to get a little nifty there with the Lightning Greaves and.
So he's got to pick one. I mean, I know he's gonna Gomazoa, probably my commander, but at least the other one, I'm wondering what he's gonna do.
So blocks the commander. Taking a second commander hit from such a big commander is not enticing this early in the game.
So I move the artifacts back over, or the equipment, the Greaves back over to him, and then Brad drops a Frantic Search before my turn's over. And this is a pretty cool thing he does with this deck.
Yeah, shifts it over to Maryland.
Yeah, so as his turn begins, Lazav is Maryland Morning Song or something like that?
Yeah.
And then we'll tutor a card, and then he kind of wants to shift it back before he switches turn or changes over. Gives somebody their turn. So
yeah, so he turns it to the hunted whatever on his turn, so nobody else gets to tutor.
Silent Arbiter. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but it's making it so that nothing's gonna get through to him.
Yeah, he's definitely digging in. Oh, dude, dope. Now you can activate the wheel effect.
Dude!
That's important. No.
So
no.
you had the ability to remove things from combat, so let's stop that Spires and then come at you with Wasitora, dude.
You just have to have your combat trigger, don't you?
I'm into it. You're like looking for answers.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, all right, here's your damn Kraken. You can tell by my hand motions, I'm as equally annoyed then as I am now just watching it. There's Kamina's Awakening. You know, I took this out. I don't know. I think I wanted something kind of leading up to my pal.
Yeah, like a Mystic Remora type
But
thing.
it's
or
not in the
something
deck
like that.
anymore. I don't know.
Then you sling out a War of Invention, dude. What's the target here?
Love this card. I really do. I'm trying to
See
get
you
him
thinking
evasion,
about it, like.
but instead, because of what I had in my hand, I get the dramatic scepter going.
Shit.
Yeah, dude.
I thought for sure you were like. I was just like, okay, he wins the game right now.
No, I'm not that competent. So I'm paying a visit to Brad again. Let's see how committed he is to his commander.
So I think he's able to shift to the Dark Steel Mirror, so he's got indestructibility.
Okay.
And I'm so accustomed to you getting flying on Nezahal that I'm like, why aren't you going over his head, dude?
Yeah. So now that I have infinite colorless, I'm just gonna empty whatever colorless artifacts I have in my hand.
Yeah, so he does the Marlin thing again to start his turn off.
Yeah. And drops an unstable obelisk. I wonder what he's gonna try to pop with that.
You gotta take what you can get, dude.
Now he's the invisible stalker. I think he just wants the hexproof. He doesn't want to be disrupted while he's gonna pass his turn. And then I just drop the Hedron Archive because it's superfluous to my scepter going off perpetually, yeah.
So he actually comes at me with the Stalker.
What is it? And then shifts it into the Hunted Horror.
So he gets 7/7 through to me on his commander.
Huh.
I go ahead and activate Jace's Archivist, and
I mean, why not?
We actually got this trigger got this whole sequence a little bit wrong.
Oh, he flashed in a Notion Thief.
So he flashes in the Notion Thief, but then Brad casts Nimble Obstructionist to counter the triggered ability of the Notion Thief, but that actually does not work.
I thought he did the Jace's.
Oh, that might have been... I
thought he did the Jace's.
Oh, you might be right. You might be
end.
right. Yeah, you might be right.
Because I think we're arguing about it.
Yeah, I think we spent some time arguing about it. That we because I don't think I actually...
In the end, I think he just was.
Yeah, I don't think we actually drew. You're right. I think you're right. So I go ahead and move in with Vaevictis.
Oh, you did it during AP's turn. Okay.
Yeah, so I did that activation during AP's turn.
Yeah, I really don't want that guy out though. With so I blink him because of the Greaves. I want to advance some more equipment on him. So I discard 3 cards to put him out, and then re-resolve the Loxodon of Warhammer. I mean, I have to do it. I gotta get him big.
Yeah, you gotta get him bigger.
There. Yeah. And drop the Black Blade Reforged, but it looks like he's countering the Loxodon Warhammer with its Insidious Will.
Yeah, because the sequencing went pretty quick, and so he was like, hold on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
We're pretty casual.
I was being presumptuous because of my dramatic scepter is going off. I guess I'd leave him non-grieved.
Yeah, I think it seemed to me like you had plans to do other stuff, but you just take AP out, dude.
Yeah, because I have the Rogue's Passage back there. So
yeah, no way to stop it, and he seemed to pose in your mind the biggest threat probably at the table in terms of controlling you.
And then I think what really kind of made my last choice about killing him was the Notion Thief. Like he just, because I don't think Nezahal's a May trigger. Like, I had to give him the cards.
Oh, yeah. So Brad goes to do the unstable obelisk on your Tormod's Crypt, and in response, you
Just yard him.
And it's just something that he kind of knew had to be done at some point. He may as well push it. So archetype of endurance, trying to keep all my stuff hexproof and make sure I have access to everything you guys have for Vaevictis. The table was starting to rise on my side with this combat. I was pretty excited to come at you, dude.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm in the corner now because you've been allowed to go pretty wide.
Yeah, because Wasator is going to cause you to have to sack Nezahal.
Okay, so on attack, that was a good option.
So yeah, pick your Isochron Scepter for the Vaevictis trigger. Pick Brad's Darksteel Ingot. I think I hit my own Poison Tip Archer, so I can get that.
That crazy land, huh?
Yeah, get the crazy land.
So Brad tumbles into that. And I drop a Sphinx of Uthun. Oh, good, I have a blocker. That was prodigious.
I did not like that feeling, seeing that come to as your Vaevictis trigger.
Okay.
So you hand me your 4 cards, or is it 5 cards with the Sphinx of Uthun?
It's 5, yeah.
And I only get a land off of my Vaevictis trigger, so I'd play that in. But there's an Ether Spouts in your 5, Andy. In your Factor Sphinxian. There's an Ether Spouts.
Oh my god.
I'm just like, this is the worst possible scenario
How unfortunate for you, Kyle.
You got an extra blocker and an Ether Spouts.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna cast it. I mean,
Fuck, dude, fuck. It looked so good for me.
Yeah, it really did, especially with all that hexproof and stuff. Well, let me just, kind of untap all my dog shit.
You've got your big giant commander with that dark blade or whatever. Gee, I wonder where you're gonna go.
Yeah, use the Rogue's Passage. I don't know the size right now of how big because he's getting +1/+1 for all the lands. He's getting +1/+1 for every card in my hand, and I've been drawing pretty much all the way through.
It was huge. It was
So good night, Vaevictis. Good night, sweet
That
friends.
was the worst swing I've ever participated in. I thought I was feeling so good. So Brad goes at you in combat, kind of using the same tricks he was using a little bit with me. Oh, no, because he's been yarded.
Oh, look, another, return attacking creatures to their owner's hands.
Dude, did it even fucking matter to have the Ether Spouts? You had an Etherized too?
Dude, he's my boy, dude. Nezahal's my boy.
And Brad just scoops up. He's
He's
like, well,
fuck this.
Fuck it. Yeah. Looks like you're gonna one-shot me too, dude.
Cool. It's a crazy game. Dope. So how do you feel about that? I mean, aside from that last second misfortune of yours.
That sequence was pretty rough for Vaevictis, but that's the gamble, right? It's a fun deck with gambling like that and see what happens.
Yeah, I think changes. I like how Nezahal works. I wanted to take a lot of the bounce spells out because I felt like it was I had just an excessive amount, but he's so much mana, like I find myself, like you saw earlier, like just resolving them before I even get his ass into play.
Sure.
Because he's just, he's 7 mana. Lazav, I don't know if we've seen him win yet. Have we?
Yeah, and this is a really bad scenario for Lazav here. I think Brad probably held back on what he could do.
that grave hate.
Because there were 2 Tormod crypts on the battlefield. So, that was a rough game for Brad there, but he still was able to do a little bit of work. He got in some big hits on me.
Yeah, and then Circu is now, believe it or not, Grenzo Havoc Razor, so that's where he ended up with that.
And I hear word that deck's pretty dope.
Yeah, we got footage of it, and it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. All right, man, cool. There it goes, number 6.
Well, good game, dude.
Dope, good game.